evening, good evening, good evening. We'll just adjust them on camera. There we go. Hopefully things are well in your world. How on earth do I drink from this bottle? It's my wife's bottle. Ah, is that? No, that's a handle. There's a pull here. Feels I'm going to splash for. Oh, there's a little open tab. Open. There we go. Got it. Got it. Oh, what a lovely sound for you in the microphone there. Good evening, Meryl. Good evening. Ready, set, apocalypse. Absolutely. Absolutely. I am streaming tonight. I'm aiming to have a fairly early morning tomorrow. Maybe record a little video for Soups Eye View. And then I'm driving a couple of hours south. Actually, not far from where we were on holiday a couple of weeks ago. Well, yeah, a couple of weeks ago. To film at an excavation of a Roman fort. So, interesting times in the next 24 hours or so. This time tomorrow, I'll be on the banks of the Humber, or thereabouts. Anyway, we are good. We are ready to GO. And we're going to play Mad Max. It should be fun. I'm hoping it should be fun. Yeah. I mean, not to go into gross detail, but also this evening I started some actual genuine work on some anxiety stuff that someone left me to do ages ago, months ago, years ago, in fact. And yeah, we started that this evening, and it's interesting. I think one of the things I'm trying to invite myself to do is to embrace the possibility, indeed the likelihood, that good things will happen, as opposed to, you know, imagining every worst thing that might happen. Is it helpful? I mean, initially it's just laying out the notion of a generalized anxiety issue or disorder, and it seems as though that's more or less what I had then, and now I've been through a pandemic as well. So, or I'm going through a pandemic, so no wonder I felt very on edge and very unsure of myself and very, you know, distracted, I guess, distractible. And you go through peaks and troughs and this kind of thing, and it's not great. But this evening, instead of spiraling, I sort of said to Mrs. Soup, I said, you know, it'd be great if we can we do something to tackle this? And so we sat down and we started this worry work. It's like 7 modules of work that I've been sitting on for a while, because I was anxious about starting. Anyway, we're not here just to chat. We're here to play Mad Max. So, resume the game. Also, yes, no, absolutely, and also, I mean, the problem is it layers up as well. So I get anxious about, and I worry about the impact of the worrying and whether or not, you know, because obviously it leads to you feeling as though you're procrastinating even when you're actually doing stuff, you know. So for example, today we sent out all of the art prints that
Stay where you are. No closer.
that we printed off and chopped up, and
He's a killer. I see it.
I see it, and I posted out. So that's winging its way to you now, actually. Standard shipping, so it might be a week or so.
About one of the most irritating pieces of human waste I've ever met.
Now what? Ah, I forgot what it is we're doing. Oh, that's right. Yeah, I need to go to Chumbucket and heal. This is now a bit of a hub for us, isn't it? It's a very grey hub.
Stop. Keep moving, Dune Drifter. Only the big cheese wants to see you.
And considering it's a relatively small space,
Make me believe he okay?
I imagine the repetitive dialogue is going to get a bit annoying. Start mission.
Here it is, Saint. My plans.
I do love him though.
Oh, she'll be perfect. Speed, power, tenacious durability. a look-see. Take a look-see.
Archangels, such as the Jack, are special magnum opus configurations, revered by Chum. To get started, enter the Archangel screen. Select Archangels. Aye, aye, Captain. I guess that must be it. Select an Archangel. Selecting an Archangel will reveal the upgrades needed. Green indicates upgrades that are owned, while red indicates upgrades that are not. Select the Jack and reveal the requirements of the needed parts. Okay. Where is the Jack? I just need to... It's already there for me, is it? Tussle bar. Baby bars. Suspension boost. No rim. Decals. Shovel face. Where's the Jack? Or am I already on? No, I wasn't already there. Border spikes. Oh, or maybe the Jack. Maybe each of these are a Jack. You can sort of jack up your vehicle. Okay. Currently installed tussle bar. Sniper rifle. Deep treadies. Now these souls will get them some tread, a little more traction for their righteous, but still an abomination in the eyes of our angel. Yeah, I shall do that. Deep treadies. Why not? Okay. I'll do for now. Interesting. So where were the arcade? Is that the tire suspension boost, rims? Because it takes you there automatically. You're on it, so you just have to press select to get there. I haven't quite followed where it is. Is it Legend Garage? Oh, you have to press X to get there. Oh, okay. Okay. Oh, the Jack is a vehicle. Duh. True Jack of all trades. I see. Right. Okay. Okay.
Driver! We may be done, but we still the business.
What?
Piss off!
Was that it? Okay. Back up we go.
I guess this place is gonna go belly up soon. I'll move on to Gastown.
I wish I had no use for the likes of you, but as you can see, we are fading quick here.
What are you getting at?
Help us establish some necessities, and you'll benefit greatly. I'll see to it personally.
I'll take a look. The night promises.
Fine, driver. Look around. The essential utilities we are lacking are plain to see.
They are indeed plain to see. Okay. So can we go?
I've been wondering.
This is getting a
See
little
the
bit
scarecrows
weird.
out
This
there?
back and forth within
Warlord
this
warnings.
structure.
Telling us they own this place. They
That's
can
a
take us anytime.
Very quick way to make
I
make
don't
the hub
fucking
seem
care anymore.
as small. Well, as small as it is actually, but smaller
what it
than
is.
they probably want it
It's
to
all
feel.
pretty
Okay, so
I've been thinking about your amigo, the Dinky-Dee.
oil well. Build a large oil storage unit capable of refueling the Magnum Opus at no cost. Partially unpopular opinion, but I don't find the Mad Max movies enjoyable. The game is fun though. Okay. I've never seen a Mad Max movie all the way through.
Recall our three-legged companion?
I feel better now for saying that. I want to though. I want to though. I mean, I got halfway through Fury Road and then fell asleep. Oh no! Hold remove tracking. Oh, okay. So does that mean we can? Okay, so we can choose to go and get one of these things and track it on the map. Okay.
Not a
Okay.
step closer, sand shuffler! Raise it with the boss!
You see,
You see the eyes?
it's weird generic lines like that. So he threatened you, not a step closer. Assemble a crew that will collect scrap. Right, and I'll give you. Okay, so this is a way of having some fetch quests. Okay, that makes sense. Oh, that's weird as well. You can't actually run through the thing that's not there. Ugh. A very definite definition of invisible walls. But anyway, sorry. Hello, OmniRevan, by the way. Now, to be fair, I think I might have actually seen the first one all the way through. Maybe I was exaggerating. The problem is that the first one
Recall our companion
isn't
saying,
this, is it? The first one isn't
Do you think he made it out of the inferno that was once my
yet this
tabernacle?
crazy, you know?
Burnt to a crisp. Or food for somebody.
No, I think he made it out, yeah? He's got a survival instinct, that little one, huh? yeah, I think he would have sought shelter inside my old buggy.
The buggy and the dog would have their uses.
Okay, return to the record of Chum's hideout. Bring the dog and buggy back. I can do that. Means we get our dog back. Yay! First one is almost sane. It is, yeah. I think it's a little bit like, oh hey Smeg, hello. Use the balloon at vantage points to get a good view of the surrounding region. Fly the balloon, use the binoculars to scout and mark important locations and regions on the map. We've already done this. Once a vantage point has been used, Max can fast travel to that location from anywhere in the wasteland using the map. Threat. Scrotus has a firm grip over this part of the wasteland. For Max and Chum to build the magnum opus, this threat needs to be reduced. Reduce threat in a region by completing threat activities. Today I'm going to be doing some threat activities. Grr, you. I am warning ya. Camps, scarecrows, convoys, snipers, minefields. The threat over territory ranges from 5 to 0, 5 being the highest, 0 the lowest. Reducing the threat will, among other things, unlock new upgrades in the garage. Oh, come on! Let me drive! The most efficient way to reduce threat is to dismantle the various Scrotus camps throughout the wasteland. Select camp map to view type difficulty, main menu, blah 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 blah. Okay.
If we're gonna build this, Jack, we'll need to lower the threat. Stock up on scrap.
Good plan. We should venture to the south, I think, where Scrotus hold is weak.
We'll see.
Oh. Can we, like... Oh, got rammed.
These are rubber lads naked.
I'm not sure if that's a good idea. They're covered in spikes and I'm not. Hey, the tire's gone. Nice. Can we get Harpoon? Oh, he's going to try and ram us. Well, he did ram us.
Stop it! It will tear that tire right off!
Oh, look. This is kind of cool. Watch your car health. Oh, yeah. Okay, fix the car.
Yes, I will nurse her back to health.
Oh, no. Oh, no. I'm on fire. See if we can hide and get... I don't think they're going to let us hide, are they? Oh, no.
She's on it. Get out of the jail! Get back my glory!
Oh! Oh man, this is getting quite rough. Living on the edge.
Wanna hurry up?
Trying to jump out of the way of the cars. Oh no, 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 not into the car! Can we shoot him? Shoot him! Shoot him! Fine, I'm gonna get in your vehicle.
What have we done to deserve this?
Is the bot not on? The bot should be on. It's it's on. Yeah, it's definitely there. Hang on. Unfollowed. Well, I do deserve it. Come on. Where on earth is that my vehicle? Yeah, well, it's nothing less than they deserve.
I will soon be coming.
Undetected by square distraction. I think it's kind of working. Now I'm trying to remember. Oh, that's it, the flare gun. So how do you know when the car is repaired? Do you get like a notification on the screen or? Oh, this is becoming a bit of a Mad Max confessional, isn't it? Now hang on, just before we proceed, I'm just gonna see if the make sure that bot is actually working, because you know, we want it to be working. It's there. We'll just check the commands are intact. Yeah, it's on. Okay. Anyway, back to the game. Oh, where are we going to go to? Just need to reduce the threat in the territory. Let's pick some place to go to. Go to there. Right. Ah! How did that person deflect my car like that? That's what we want to do.
Please, the lights will wrestle them.
My Harpoon probably isn't strong enough yet. Sorry, wrong button.
The harpoon! We'll use the magnum opus to pull it down!
Ooh. Pick upable here. I like
Looks
that,
like
yeah,
they're
there were
done
lizards
embracing
there.
each other.
And amongst the ruins of the ship, and also the fact that this is an quote ancient seabed is quite a nice touch. Just how messed up the world is.
We are boosted into glory!
Oh, that's right. So we're going to we're going back to base. That's where we're going. Where? I can't. Oh, there. Chum's hideout. That's what we need. Chum's hideout. Off we go. How few resources are left? Yeah. Who shot at us? Camp alerted.
Glory be! We win!
Pull down the scarecrow. Why are these people standing around? Are they just sort of...
Keep an eye on the car.
Certainly, yes. You know I would never leave her side.
Who are they? Are they just lost wastelanders? Give water. Yeah, okay. And then he punched him. That would be bad.
I thank you. You might find something useful there.
I'll remember this.
Okay. We're being kind. Can we toggle the torch on and off? It doesn't look as though we can, unfortunately. Just another reason why Uncharted 4 is amazing. Now we can, I think, harvest
We shouldn't stop here.
materials from an exploded car, can't we? Yeah. Petrol. Now remember, don't set the petrol on fire. Torches on the D-pad.
I need in. There's gotta be a weakness.
Right. Yeah, that's good. Okay, well in that case, Uncharted 4 isn't that unique. Refuel.
Bomby boom fields abound here!
Didn't really need that fuel, but we're okay. It's okay. Hope everyone's doing okay. And these rather warm days that we're having this summer. Whoa! Whoa! Oh yes! That's what we want. Winner winner, chicken dinner. Just relaxing after work? Oh, that's good. You too, Smig. Cool. I'm happy to report, though, that that despite all of the concerns, and there have been some weird things happening today, like there was a protest in London by people who apparently aren't happy with the fact, well, it's hard to understand, but basically,
You gotta treat her careful, like.
oh, sorry. There've been anti-maskers who are now protesting because so-called Freedom Day isn't free enough or something. It's a bit strange. But unless most adults I've seen today have actually been continuing to be sensible and wear masks. Isn't that good? So polls were indicating about 64% of people would continue, and as far as I can tell, that has borne out, which is nice. Go for the guy with the weapon. Make them suffer. Oh, didn't look at my life bar. Well, it is pretty good actually. I am pleased about that. There's a very strong, a lot of pressure from the backbenchers in the Tory party there's been for a long time to drop out all restrictions.
We'll need to lower the threat.
What?
Stock up on scrap.
Back here?
Good plan. We should venture to the south, I think, where Scrotus Hold is weak.
We'll see.
We'll see. I just tried to create a habit of it so it'd be easier at this point instead of always thinking about whether it's really needed or not. Yeah, I agree. And I've got to, I mean, in that sense, I've got to a point where it is habit. It'll be strange to stop when I do decide to stop. So I have to wear a mask in Scotland. I'd wear mine even if it wasn't compulsory, and indeed, and so am I. And as I say, it looks like most people in England are doing that, and that's really nice to see. I feel as though
I think the profane camps of the Scrotus Hordes should be destroyed.
is that what you think? Okay. I feel as though there've been a couple of really weird things about masks that are still not understood, and still people, even senior politicians and journalists, talk about it in slightly the wrong way. They seem to imply that the mask protects you, as opposed to protecting other people from you, from your coughs and sneezes. And in turn, if other people wear masks, then you are protected. That doesn't seem to have really actually got through, unfortunately.
I beg of you.
Yeah, I'm sorry, chum. Oh, it's an old lighthouse that he's in. Of course, that's like an old seashore, and that's a lighthouse. That's really cool. Every now and then I still get out of my car and have to turn around. I'll admit, I will sort of go, oh, mask kind of thing, and go back for it. But often just 'cause I'm thinking about what I'm getting out of the car to do, as opposed to what I'm doing in the moment, you know. But yes, I think it's unhelpful. All the way through, it's been talked about as though it protects you. And that gives people the incorrect notion that they can choose whether or not they themselves are protected, as opposed to collaborating in a protective, you know, effort. But anyway, let's find a camp to wreck. Seeing, I guess going all the way back down to Chum's hideout was a bit too much, a bit too soon. Try that. The narrative was backwards, and also, frankly, the narrative's been backwards with the very notion that you can say on this date we will change these things. Like, what? It's not on this date. It's that's not how, you know, viruses don't have calendars. Anyway. Yep. No, don't show your shotgun, man. The upgrade's unlocked in the garage. Somehow the garage knows.
Watch out! We're in his line of fire!
What line of fire? What line of fire?
Oh, Tom!
Oh.
The wheel!
That's just too much fun. The particles and the individual parts that come off cars is really pleasing. That's what people want, a hard time when things go back to normal. Then they realise this is the new normal. Well, there's that element of it being the new normal, but also there's the simple facts. Again, not I don't want to continue this all evening, but there's the simple fact that it's only prolonging because people can't stick to wearing the fucking masks in the first place. It's like, so a couple of days ago I was in B&Q and I was getting, and it's a department store. It's like it's a DIY place. There's an equivalent in the US. I've forgotten what the company's called now though. Is it Lowe's maybe? Possibly. Anyway, orange and white logo, this kind of thing. Anyway, I was in there, and this guy comes past, and he's got his mask on his chin. Like, this is the day before. This is on Sunday, and he's like walking along, dead clever. Like, oh, where is the sniper? Is he up there? Dead clever, mask on his chin. Could be Home Depot actually. Home Depot. It is Home Depot actually. Sorry, yeah. And I'm thinking, honestly, you know, yeah, I can see that you've got your mask on, but obviously your mask isn't on. Very, very, you know, very funny. Haha. Anyway, this other guy comes around the corner. He's doing the same thing, because as far as they're both concerned, the next day they're not, they're going to stop wearing them anyway. And unironically, the first guy coughs. He goes, no, actually, he doesn't even do that. He just coughs. Doesn't even put his hand to his mouth. Coughs into the air as the guy's passing through that space, the other fella. And I was so annoyed, I stopped in my tracks. I almost said something, but it's just not worth it. I don't want to get into a fight with people. And I do believe in people's ability and right to make decisions, you know. I do believe in that, but I just think it just... numbskullery.
Mercy Red! Fuel tank's exposed!
Okie dokie. Shotgun. Shotgun! Oh, come on!
It bangs, then rams us!
Oh, I've got no shotgun shells. Well, there you go. No! Ah! T-bone! T-bone! I like that it becomes about almost, it's almost like that naval combat thing, isn't it? Of not letting the enemy be able to get a broadside on you, this kind of thing. Or come up behind you like that. Basically, I'm showing you how to lose. Now this people is how you lose at this game. Okay. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. Can we? No, we can't harpoon the driver yet.
It will tear that tire right off!
No! Ah! Get out of the vehicle, get out, get out, get out! Oh, come on, Max, draw your weapon. And I've got no ammo, I've got no ammo. I can try and keep them off the back. Ah! Yeah. Well, like, okay. In all seriousness, since when did a pandemic become a party political issue? Or things like climate change? I understand there's issues to do with lobbyists and where money comes from and that kind of thing. That's part of the reason for it. But again, a virus doesn't vote red or blue. And yet, for some reason, people, based on party lines, will not get a vaccine. I find that fascinating. Absolutely fascinating. Human behaviour I guess it's one of the reasons I do what I do as an archaeologist. Humans are interesting.
Done yet?
I like that you can sort of roll out of the way of the car and this kind of thing. Woo! Ah, well, in theory. Ow, my legs! Max has no shins. Oh, he's got shins of steel. Okay. Finally! Shiv execution. Chum, I don't deserve Chum, really, do I?
We shouldn't stop here.
I agree, Chum.
I don't think.
If they are for it, we're against it. Yeah. Footballification is what it's called. Whose scarf are you wearing? I don't think there's a exclamation mark up here. Oh god, I really do. I need to watch Mortal Kombat. If I wasn't going away filming, well, driving tomorrow to film on Wednesday and Thursday, I'd be watching it tomorrow night. I really would. I'm taking my laptop. I'll probably be able to watch, you know, watch a couple of DVDs, but it's a Blu-ray that I have of Mortal Kombat, and I'm very much looking forward to it. The thing is, I really love what they did with Street Fighter, with the web series that became a movie. And what they did was they took it seriously, and
As if she has sprung an angel's wing!
and told a story that was actually quite heartfelt in that movie. And I'm not necessarily expecting that from Mortal Kombat, but it does look so good. Obviously, I've watched the opening 10 minutes that they put on YouTube. Where Scorpion and Sub-Zero meet for the first time. Ooh. Also, I had no idea that Sub-Zero was Chinese. Weak buried wreck. Alright, okay, I'm going to have to grab that with the harpoon. Find required car body. Hey. Amateur archaeology. There's archaeology in this game! Oh my goodness! It's not just observational. I'm an amateur archaeologist as Mad Max. That is very pleasing. I'm going to grab this bit of scrap here as in celebration. Obviously, if you did excavations like that, then that would not lead to good evidence gathering. Oh no! How do we? No, I want to run. Oh, so you run with the right trigger, don't you? Collect scrap, collect scrap. I like the way he beeps at you. Just to warn you. Exactly, just like using a JCB. Exactly. You just harpoon the ground and then tug away. Hello, chum. Right. I'm sorry, I keep on being distracted, chum bucket. Let's go. It's interesting that the Windows bar is showing on screen now. That must be because I monkeyed with the I monkeyed with the game earlier when I was trying to get the chatbot to work. I don't know why it's not working, by the way. I'm gonna have to, maybe I need to log back in or something. Isn't that interesting? I guess it's just here to stay. Oh, how ironic! I just missed a ramp. Might want to take a sip of water. Oh, yes. Sorry. I'm just doing way too much talking.
I'm going. Wait here.
Lovely, lovely water. Kano and Liu Kang. Okay. Kano looks like a bit of fun, actually. You know, slightly mad, mad Aussie. Speaking of which, oh, that was a hard landing. There we go. All of these vehicular acrobatics that are required.
Be on guard. The secret was to fire and join together.
Where's the sniper? Where is the sniper? Scavenger encounter. Scavenging location. I just want to hurt him. Oh, yeah, there you go. Definitely gunshots. Where? Oh. Oh, it's going to take me back to the... It is, isn't it? It's going to take me back to the thing. Is that a baby? Is that a doll head on the mannequin head on the car? Could actually be a human head. Who knows?
Hey,
This is why he's Mad
decent
Max.
car you got there. Sure could use some boosting though.
Being driven insane. It's like Groundhog Day.
I'd wager if we destroyed these unholy camps of the Scrotus hordes, they'd treat us like kings around here.
Yeah, well, okay, let's see. Sniper. Blah, 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 blah. Stronghold, Scarecrow, customer encounter, dismantle camp, scavenging. Am I going blind? I can't see. Or you just have to pick a camp and snipers will. I suppose snipers will be they're part of camps so far that we've seen, aren't they? Well, let's just follow the green line that we're given. See what happens. But again, I'm falling into that trap. I'm looking at the mini map on the bottom left of the screen again, following the line. It's been a while, yeah. That's okay.
Please let us tear this unholiness down!
Level 3 harpoon required. Okay, it's strong. Okay. Okay. Hold to speak.
cast out from Balefire. Their leader, Jeet, judged me and found me wanting. No fighting spirit left. Too broken and old for their battles against the hordes of Gastown. So what'll it be? Help me with this loot and split it? Or corpse me and take it all?
Corpse me, that's a very Vin Diesel thing to say, or...
Look at all the spikes! It'll rip the magnum open.
Ridiculous. Whoa! Oh! I'm a germ! Is this part of the encounter, or...? So, how do we choose whether we're going to corpse her or not? Oh! Oh no!
Drive.
Oh dear! I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to kill you with a punch. I'm so sorry. Oh. Let's just... Doo-doo-doo. We were never here. I feel really bad now. Oops, indeed, yeah, absolutely. Oh, incidentally, how are you finding... oh my god,
I'm
Mark.
going. Wait here.
I know! I know! Oh, unfollowed again. How are you finding Elder Scrolls Online, Meryl? Are you still playing that? Oh no! A road boy. Oh. He's tricky, this one. Ow. Chain strike. And this is the car body that we're after. Oh, this is for the jack. Nice, okay. I was following this beardy bloke, this archaeologist. He just murdered someone with one punch. Collect car body. And there we go. Scrap is the currency of the wasteland. Scrap can be gained various ways. As if I hadn't already figured that out. I thought Tess was sort of a early failure early on, then gather some momentum later. Interesting. Well, I started playing it because I was curious. I've got it for the PlayStation 4. I just didn't want to have to keep on paying to be online through the PlayStation. Also, I had no one to play with at that point. So maybe at some point I'll go back to it. I've heard good things.
We can't build no jack without no scrap.
We'll find what we need.
We'll find what we need.
Oh, we're ready for a finer engine, huh? I can feel it. Oh, let my fingers do their magic, Saint. Please.
I kind of want to meet someone like Chum in real life. That would be fun. He's so enthusiastic about God's chosen trade. Look at that statue over there. Scrapulence. Let's see what we can do.
We've got the parts for our most sacred upgrade. Let me switch it out, please.
My harpoon isn't good enough. My harpoon isn't good enough. Someone who worships you and fixes your car. Well, you know. I hadn't thought about it that way. But, okay, yeah. Maybe that's what it takes.
Long shot in there has shot his last.
A long shot. Can we get up there? I don't know why I want to do that though. I've got no ammo for the shotgun. Remember that. Also, the vehicle is presumably stronger than. Stronger than me. Oh, sniper! That did not go well. Ah, camper. Look at, isn't that beautiful though, in a kind of anarchic kind of way? I need to get out of here. Oh, the vehicle is almost dead. I'm almost dead. Oh! Is there anyone else? No, just him. Ow!
How's it going?
I need more ammo. I need more ammo. The lens flare means you're about to get shot. Ah, that's good to know. Still want to know what that statue's about up there. Hey, I'm an amateur archaeologist, guys. I just want to look at your statue. Oh. See, he punched these like Indiana Jones as well. Okay, I want to look at the statue. That means I gotta try and take out the camp. Hey, hey! I got a shotgun shell. Hey! So this harpoon. And we want to harpoon that sniper, because the sniper was annoying. There we go. Whoa! Is there another way in? There is a way in.
Convoy of epic proportions.
Oh my goodness! Ah! Ah! I do need more ammo. I've got one shotgun shell. What was I thinking? What was I thinking? I mean, you know, there's mucking about and there's just not taking things seriously. Not thinking things through.
Scrap! We can't build no track without no
At
scrap.
least we
We'll
restarted
find
here,
what we
though.
need.
I think you could craft shotgun shells, that'd be good.
Deep treadies! Oh, it becomes her.
Okay. Oh. Let's just find. Oh, obviously there's that camp with this big look at this. He's always even on the map. I'm curious. Scavenging location. Let's go there. We'll come back. Statue isn't going anywhere. You're not the boss of me. No, you're right. Yeah, part of it is not getting enough sleep, possibly. To be fair, I didn't choose to get up at 5. Indy was just he was desperate to get out, and then it suddenly became clear why. And then yeah, the cleanup was interesting. Put it this way, I'm increasingly convinced that if we ever do manage to have a kid, I'll be able to manage
Keep an eye on the car.
the mess. Come on.
Not leave her here. You wanna come closer?
Have at me, fool. Oh, getting a little bit better. A little bit better. Ow. Well, you broke the weapon on me. Gosh. The, speaking of which, actually, in terms of, you know, gameplay and getting good and this kind of thing, I really have been enjoying the feeling of playing Ghost of Tsushima. It's, I think we've already been here. They must have repopulated the camp though when we respawned. Okay, so that's that camp. Intel encounter. Maybe it must be up there on the rock side then. There we go. Hold to speak. Don't punch them this time.
Round here, there's only one lad brawny enough to take us serious. Stump Grinder. Nasty doggy. Now I know for a flamin' fact that he just hates flickering flames and fire. Be a good way to deal him some suffering.
To find a way to blow up. A large camp built beneath a large massive statue. A large camp built a large camp built beneath a large massive statue. It is defended by the top dog, Stump Grinder. Intel says he is weak against fire. Okay. Heavy perimeter defense, hidden entrance underneath the structure, which we found by accident. Hidden loot area behind Top Dog Arena. Okay. Fire. Well, you live and learn. That's a nice touch as well. The moon is upside down. Well, from my perspective. So it is in fact a game set in Australia. That's really nice. The man in the moon is not the right way up. Legend encounter. Need to collect 400 scrap, so it just means we need to go around collecting scrap. Let's go to the Scarecrow. Don't beat your own car, honestly. But yeah, so tomorrow I'll be taking the van, the camper, and using it as a field base for filming, which will be good. Andy and I will be filming in the same location, so face to face, as it were. Which will be the second time I've seen him face to face. First time he was sleeping. No, he wasn't. He really wasn't. Oh! The wreckage got in the way of a perfect T-bone. Ah! It is quite tactical, isn't it? It really is. Like a dogfight. Yeah, you better run. It's gonna be.
Let all that scrap just drive off?
Oh, sorry, yeah, the scrap. I'm here to collect scrap. Where did the scrap go? Ah. Bad gamer. We destroyed a car and I didn't even pick up the scrap. No, exactly, yeah, I really disappointed him. Just need more scrap.
Wretched roadkill on our tail!
Well, that was my shotgun shell used.
There! It's beating hard to feel!
That's the car off with the window door off. So I guess that's it as well. Yet, presumably, when you take your door off the vehicle, you can then access the driver, as it were. So I need to trash this vehicle now to get some scrap. I need some scrap. Almost. Push it into the people who are dying of thirst. Obviously, that's a great idea.
The sun comes a-rolling up yonder on the horizon.
How do you think humans would really do post-apocalypse? I think we've had a preview of how people do. I think people don't do as badly in the ways that Hollywood thinks. So compared to the movie Contagion, for example, 343, we're getting there. actually people weren't quick to loot, and governments did actually do things like provide financial aid for their citizens, this kind of thing. Unfortunately, and this is one of the reasons why I've had a slightly strange evening. Unfortunately, this afternoon we watched, while I was doing some other bits and bobs, I watched a documentary we did. There was a follow-up. We actually watched two by David Attenborough, examining the state of the world and the various thresholds that we have pushed past. So, for example, there's a Swedish scientist who was talking about how Greenland, which is known for its ice, is almost certainly now beyond saving. It's almost certainly going to be just rocky as opposed to icy in the very, very near future. And biodiversity, for example, is way down. Apparently only... He does, doesn't he? I need to learn! Ah! So I'll finish that thought in a second. You need a bit of a run up, don't you? Ah! That was better. That was better. I want a proper spikes on the front of the vehicle.
One final stroke. The body. You want to let all that scrap just drive off?
I don't want to. I'm going to pick it up. I'm going to be good this time, chum. There we go. Yeah, so one statistic was that only 30% of birds on the on the planet are wild. 70% of birds on the planet are not wild. Now, that may well be a reflection of just how reliant we are on things like chickens for meat. But long story short, it was a very depressing and alarming series of stats that were presented with. There was some cause for hope, but I guess what we've seen in the most recent pandemic, the desire to deny everything is no less strong with, for example, climate change or things like biodiversity. And actually, I tweeted earlier today. Let me just find it, just so I don't misquote myself, because obviously when I'm quoting myself, I like to get it right. It occurred to me while watching it that we, unfortunately, we have a whole host of belief systems that revolve around the simple fact that we believe the world has to end or will end. So I just sort of tweeted, oh, that's it. Breaking Boundaries: The Science Behind Our Planet was the accompanying program to, I think, is it The State of the Planet or something by David Attenborough. Anyway, I can't help but wonder how damaging belief in the afterlife, divine cycles, and prophecies of end times have been to our ability to live in harmony with this planet. I hasten to add, I don't think that belief in the afterlife does it alone, but when some people's concept of that is that, well, actually, this planet isn't it. You know, this reality isn't it. I get to go somewhere else. Doesn't really matter what I do here. That's not healthy, is it? Eat, drink, and be merry, for tomorrow we die, etc. I can't help but think that that's part of the problem. And so there will be people who will live in denial. There'll be people who actually welcome the end days, welcome and want to hasten this sort of thing, because they believe that there's going to be a rapture or a glorious reckoning of some sort. So I don't know. Ultimately, I don't know. I hope people will wake up, and I hope people in that sort of, in that very realistic apocalyptic scenario would do better than we hope. But as actually, as David Attenborough was saying, one thing to take some heart from is the simple fact that life on this planet will continue. It just won't necessarily be life that we recognise, and it won't necessarily be us. And that's both, I suppose, encouraging in so much as it's really hard for us to truly mess up this planet. It's also, you know, I'd like it to be us. Like, you know, I'd like us to find a way. I think sometimes that welcoming the end of days can be a symptom of people that they feel don't have much to lose and feel alienated. I agree, yeah. Well, and so a related thought, you know, while we're playing this sort of game, a related thought is the fact that I have always, Maggot Farm, I've always found zombie apocalypse scenarios to be interesting. You know, they're little thought experiments. What's your zombie plan? This kind of thing. But also, I actually find them quite creative and for want of a better word, soothing. And now they're just going back briefly to this notion of anxiety that I was talking about right at the beginning. Maybe that's just a measure of bigger anxious problems when a zombie apocalypse feels like it would be fun to try. But more specifically, things like Dawn of the Dead, for example. You know, I love that as a thought experiment. How would I live there? How would I do my best to survive? How would I try and outdo the people that we see in the movies? You know, the remake as well. Plus, there's stuff about human behaviour in there, and I'm sure I've talked about this before. So, you know, yeah, I think some people, for various reasons, actually quite like the idea of apocalypse. Partly also as well, I imagine it'd be nice to live in a world where suddenly you don't have to pay bills, you just have to survive. I've definitely heard some people say that kind of thing in the past, and that's a little bit depressing. Again, it's a sign of what capitalism is doing to us. Where we just go, wouldn't it be wonderful if we if we were living day to day in apocalypse? It'd be less stressful than having to pay rent. Yeah. It's another one that was too strong for us. I keep getting the map button wrong. Maybe I need to go to the umbrella, yeah, to the balloon, see what's around. For people who survive the and that's those whose time it is have no choice, so they refuse to even consider helping others. And you know that
Our enemies approach.
that's not, you know, that's not an attitude that we're immune to here. But I think actually it is expressed in some of the most unhealthy versions of the American dream. You know, if you're not succeeding, if you can't afford your healthcare, then you have failed. You know, it's on you. Everyone can afford healthcare if they just work hard enough, or if they just reach for the dream properly, etc., etc., etc. So yeah, there's a problem there. There's also this notion of survival of the fittest as well, which has been very much tied to things like, you know, alpha theory with wolves. You know, it's a misapplication of Darwinian ideas. That actually it sort of plays out in this scenario. We see this sort of people falling back on the macho. You know, Lord Scrotus. I mean, like, but crucial. But this is where archaeology and anthropology is important. You know, we've joked about recovering stuff with harpoons, but it reminds us that what we see in a game like this, the conflict, the constant serving up of enemies to slaughter and who are trying to slaughter you, that does not a society make. So actually, what we're not seeing much of in this game, and also we haven't seen, for example, in the Lighthouse hub base, is actually how people are actually living, as opposed to standing around waiting for the next opportunity to kill people. Do you know where else we see that? In common representations and discussions about the Vikings. Indeed, the word the Vikings, you know? The idea that a whole society can just be pirates is ridiculous. Frankly, it would be exhausting just to be doing this all the time, you know? Took a little break from the stream trying to beat Devil May Cry 5. Oh, nice. So, it's unhelpful to think of evolution as a goal, since our greatest gift is being able to look back to what we are and reject the ugly sides of our nature. No other organism can do that, and we should take advantage of it. I agree. I absolutely agree. And the idea, I mean, essentially what's happening in this, particularly in England at the moment, but obviously where Westminster leads, the other nations have to follow to a certain extent, or definitely are affected by it. What we're seeing is another grand experiment, another attempt essentially to do herd immunity by the back door. This time the focus being the young instead of the old. Chum's brainchild, the magnum opus, is a machine with vast potential, and upgrading it is the key to Max's survival in the wasteland. Upgrades to the magnum opus are unlocked by reducing threat and purchased using scrap. Use the garage to modify and upgrade the magnum opus at any time. Which also actually, coming back to the game, shock horror, that's interesting to me as well. The fact that you can just go into the garage. Oh, see, now I get the map button. The fact that you can go into the garage at any time, it's handy for the game player, for obviously namely me in this instance, but it takes away even further from that little hub world with the man on his chair and the lighthouse, etc. Jeets, is it Jeets? Jeets base. Makes it even. I mean, yes, there is a garage in Jeets, but it's not the. You can use the garage facilities anywhere at any time. That's a bit of a slightly world breaking. That's a little bit. Oh, need to hold the button. There we go. No matter how many times you kick it, it's not going to break. Enter the balloon. Dante Must Die mode. Makes me want to cry, it's that hard. I always admire people who can do those sorts of modes. I often don't have the patience. I mean, with Resident Evil 4, I definitely got that good. I got to a point where I needed it just to have some sense of a challenge. You know, like a serial killer who, you know, doesn't feel anything without the kill. I just need to feel something. Try Gusty. Look over that. Sniper, weak scarecrow, death run. Okay, so we're populating the map. That's good. It'd be nice to be able to come out of the binoculars without going to the map first. Or maybe you can do that when you haven't found something new. Yeah. So it wouldn't populate the map unless you find something new. Would welcome a little more simulation there. Yes. No, I think I would too. And this is where we're straying into, you know, into that sort of territory for an open world game that sometimes makes me a bit uncomfortable. Like, you know, Horizon Zero Dawn, where so much potential, but it's a bit, at times, this reminds you that it's a game. Oh, just use the menu. I finished it before, but this time I'm doing it as Virgil. I needed to learn his moves. So, and but you finished it on that difficulty before, but now you're doing it with a new move set. I mean, that's, my hat comes off to you. My wireless headphones come off to you. Descend the balloon. Oh, no, stop. Can I not? I have to go all the way back up again? Ah. I can't use my binoculars halfway up.
The lighthouse. Still a lot of war noise around.
Okay, so now. Strong scarecrow. Sniper. Okay. There we go. Descend. Really rather slowly as well. Oh, it's a winch doing the descending. Ah, I was wondering about that. Because he doesn't chuck any ballast over the side. It must be, is there a button inside here, or a something that attaches to this Jenny that I guess activates the winch underneath? Yeah. Yeah. I can respect that. That's a nice little bit of. See, there's a little bit of sort of mini simming, little engineering solution going on there. Use the garage to install upgrades for the jack. Okay. Garage, Archangels. Bantam V6. Baby exhaust. I suppose the uninitiated would say that they're on the righteous track, but we need more than this. Please say we do. Okay. Baby exhaust. Shovel face. Drive to Gutgash's stronghold. Okay, well. Let's look at that lens flare.
We have all the makings,
Actually quite
all
subtle.
the pieces. We stand ready to finish the jack now. The final touch we can and must lay at Gutgash's stronghold.
So how do we change vehicles back to? Oh, okay, right. That's a lot of potential vehicles. The Sanguine Guardian. Nice. So, exit Archangels, and then we get to. Oh. I just don't need to worry about it just now, but what if I want my other car back? Yeah, where's the Magnum Opus gone? Guess it doesn't matter right now. Okay, okay. I'll.
Bomby boom fields abound here.
Those are just templates. Yeah. I'm liking the suspension on this one. So, just coming back to this question of how...
I need to polish some hard-to-get parts in the engine bay.
That sounds so wrong. The question of how people do. I think... I would hope that some number of people would survive. You know, we've survived fairly severe bottlenecks in our population before. It's a hard pill to swallow to think that you and your family and friends, your kin, your descendants may not be the ones to survive, but I think at the very least people will make it through, and you know, through almost anything. In some form. Well, that's definitely something that we see reflected in prehistory, actually. So when people start farming and they're rooted in the landscape, and suddenly you have permanent fixed neighbours for the first time, then yeah, absolutely, you know, intergroup warfare becomes a big problem. I'm up on a cliff, I don't know how to get down. Guess I need to drive back this way. Okay. Oh, scrap. I mean, it'd be nice to think that life as it is could continue in some form, but actually, it was interesting. This particular show sort of highlighted the past 10,000 years, the so-called Holocene, as being defined, and this is obviously for a non-archaeological or even geological audience, defined largely by its environmental stability. So predictable seasons, relatively small shifts in climate, you know, 1 degree Celsius perhaps every now and then. And so really for the past 10,000 years we've been very lucky on this planet. very fortunate to have the ability to farm predictably, to gain a surplus, to build build ideas like cities and even economies on the back of that. And it's sobering, but it's definitely not alien to me to reflect upon the fact that actually 10,000 years is only 0.3. Hang on, 10%. No, 3%. It's only about 3%. I think of about 3% of Homo sapiens' time on this planet. So this, you know, even the ability to speak to you, which comes from that stuff that arguably started with farming, things like economy, concepts of ownership, living indoors. You know, this stuff only started because of what's been a climactic glitch. Now not glitch, climactic plateau. Now at this point, some people, some fools, I might add, say it's like there's nothing to worry about. It's perfectly natural what's happening. It's not perfectly natural. We've definitely made things happen in terms of climate, greenhouse gases, etc. But just because that person is wrong when they say that doesn't mean that people won't find a way through. I'm sure people will find a way through. It's just how ugly it gets on the way. I guess that's the big question. Alright, let's get to where we're going.
Party, moving closer.
Yeah. No, I agree.
Margot to Sortland.
My brother-in-law works in bank security. Well, IT security for a bank. And without going into too much detail, he was saying how there have been conversations in recent years between banks and the super rich as to how.
I'll safeguard her while you.
We need to get down there. Okay, let's try that. As to how, in a world where potentially money eventually costs, you know, it holds no value, how you get bodyguards, for example, to stay loyal. How you barter and trade for goods.
Cash country. Watch your back, Saint. He's ruthless, same as Jeet, but older and meaner. He camps in a hulk laid out in the Great White.
Oh! And it's something that my brother-in-law talks about with no sense of irony.
Plates of steel armor, drilled. Other life-saving defenses are his specialty.
Oh, I do love that camera.
Cost, of course.
Maybe some scrap over there, but let's see if there's some scrap over here. The other thing that I tend to hold in mind, Jimmy Bar required? Gutted. Okay. The thing I tend to hold in mind is the simple fact that that survival of the species doesn't necessarily have to mean survival of not just our way of life in terms of economic and, say, national and other structures that we're familiar with, but also very particularly the our relationship to each other. Did the car? The car went away. It clipped. Oh no, there you go. There's some scrap. So for example, I think the TV show Firefly had it right in mishing and mushing together world superpowers, and I think in that case it was China and America who were able to have successful space programs and essentially go out and colonize the universe, or the galaxy at least. And in order to do that, some of the things that we would recognize as being good ideas, you know, democracy, etc., aren't necessarily certain to survive. These are just ideas that humans have, or some humans have. Other humans don't hold true to some of this stuff. And so the future may not in that sense be a future that is directly inherited by the philosophies, for example, in this instance, of the West. Which is an interesting idea, interesting notion. The ebb and flow of, I suppose, human destiny, I guess, and what humans will put up with from each other, what they expect from one another.
There it is ahead. That gas is gone.
Just another shipwreck.
Oh, don't be fooled. Where we see a wreck, his people see an ark that'll save them for when the water returns. They protect what's theirs, tooth and nail.
Interesting. That's an interesting idea, isn't it? Maybe it's a boat that's in slightly better condition than all the others. A ship, sorry.
War party approaching!
Looks really good. There we go.
Everything. Wasteland over cold deer. Late sight. It's too strange. The wind and the gust went in the sacred house of the Carb, yet now they travel together as one. Oh, Fluster.
Plenty of time to kill them.
Frenzy. They venture forth into the many mysteries of the magnificent manifold. No, no.
It is. It's the little Count of the Carburetor. Oh, who could forget that whimpering? And the devious suckling face. Oh, dead a dozen times if you do, boy.
Ship City and Fallout 3. There's a little bit of
Nothing else. I got gas.
Waterworld going on as well, I think.
Before I make a blood sport of your driver here.
Oh, he's no ordinary driver. This one, he was sent to me by the angel combustion herself.
We parlay with the water gods here.
We desire to make way to the dead Baron. My sanctum is destroyed. It's burned. Everything I have is gone. Gone. I have nothing left. Please, this car needs healing. She does, and strengthening. Yes, and if you let us stay here and rebuild, then I offer to you these. The hands of a Blackfinger. Yes.
They're not the best faces, but they are evocative, aren't they?
Oh, thanks. Thangsby! Thangsby!
Keep your hands where I can see them. Keep the deviant Blackfinger leashed. Don't need any of his perversions on my ship.
Yeah, ship.
I need welding wire to
Not
do
exactly
my
ship
work.
shape.
Make do for now. I'll find you welding wire.
It's amazing how quickly things changed. Like, so within Max's lifetime, things have ended up like this. And actually, he's not looking that old. Okay, so we have more things to collect for this stronghold. Interesting codex entries about this space. Gurgash's stronghold. Oh, there you go. It's a ship that's been chopped in two. Gurgash's stronghold is built out of the remains of an old steel ship in the Parch Moon region. He has convinced his people that the waters once more will once more come back to the Great White, and that they will then sail. They then will sail out of this nightmare in their ship. Gurgash has them working hard to get the ship back into condition. But as a safety measure, all of these efforts to also serve as to fortify the ship's hull against any attacks. That's quite wise, isn't it? Should the deluge not come. I wonder how many of his followers know that that's a handy side effect. Should the deluge not come, or do you think they'll? I mean, the deluge definitely is coming. Oh. So a slightly larger base as well, I quite like it.
Welding wire.
Oh, nice. Oh, so this is good. Of course, we're going to have the character, aren't we? Characters.
Out there, the ocean waits, ready to come a-crashing and cover these lands anew. We will be ready then. The gales of glory will fill our sails.
Gurgash is the leader with a interesting injured leg there.
The
Oh,
ocean waits, ready
sorry.
to come a-crashing and cover these lands anew. We will be ready then. The gales of glory will fill our sails.
Gurgash is the leader of the Rust Bastion, a stranded ship turned into a stronghold. Gurgash suffers, like everyone else near Gastown, from the recent surge in aggressions from Stank Gum. He leads his people with a rare combination of intimidation and cult-like manipulation. He has everyone in his stronghold, a rusting hull of a ship, believing that they are preparing the vessel for when the waters come back and cover the seabed. That is the Great White. He speaks of this so much that he sometimes believes it himself. Interesting. But most of all, he believes in survival. He will do anything to stay afloat. I see what they did there. Stay afloat, including dealing directly with the marauders from Gastown. He knows of Chumbucket and he recognizes him as a skilled mechanic, but he does not trust him, which is fair enough. Let's get Chum the welding wire. Oh, don't walk into the wall. Oh, there you are, Chum. Oh, 100 scrap as well. Oh. There's going to be. I'm not sure that's actually going to be lying around the ship. Is it going to have to go out on a? Although we can't go out on a mission. Okay, right. Got to be around here. There we go. $100 scrap. Can I jump down there? Ah, invisible walls preventing me from jumping and breaking my legs. Ugh. What on earth is this thing? That's a very good question. What on earth could it be? So in that case then, this Max is not the same as the Max who lived through the events of the first movie. He would know what that thing was. Still upgrades for the Jack. Story mission complete. A Wasteland classic. Chum Bucket calls it the Jack, and to me it's one step closer to the car I need. Gastown remains the goal, but we are not ready just yet. Well, there we go.
Magnum opus, consecrated corpus of the angel combustion. Your guise is now that of the Jack. Complete, radiant, deadly, and ready for anything.
It won't be complete until we get the V8 from Gastown.
Indeed, yeah. And maybe not even then.
Okay, so the Magnum Opus becomes the Jack, and the Jack becomes... Okay, I kind of get it now. That makes sense. So it's not that you can change vehicles, it's that the vehicle changes as you go, which is fair enough. The look at the strongholds improve quite a lot the more you upgrade them. Okay. This one, it's slightly larger than the previous one. But yeah, it'd be nice to have a bit more character going on. But as you can tell from my yawning and the fact that I got up at 5 AM this morning, I'm afraid I'm going to have to leave it there for this evening. Sorry, guys. It has been a fun evening. It's now just about 1 o'clock in the morning, and I should go and get some beauty sleep, especially if I'm going to get up early tomorrow and do some recording. So yeah, fun. I'm not sure if I'll continue this game next week, but almost certainly on Friday I'll do another live stream for Mad Max, and we'll see where it goes from there. I'm just conscious of the repetition of the gameplay loop, and also as well, it'd be nice to get back to formally having an Arcade Soup and a Soups and IV live stream the week after this one. So maybe even going back to Kingdom Come Deliverance, that would be fun. That could be good. You're very welcome, Meryl. You're very welcome. Good night, Smig. Good night, everyone. And yeah, I'll see you guys on the next live stream. Probably Friday. In the meantime, there'll be videos coming on Soups IV Arcade Soup. And well, as ever, until next time, do take care. Have a good day. Bye.